Alright, so then let's go to the next layer. So this is more outer. This is the zona glomerulosa. This is the one that's closer to the capsule that surrounds each adrenal gland. So there's another category of steroids called mineralocorticoids. And the one I want you to know for this class is aldosterone. So notice that it sounds like testosterone. Well, it is a steroid, but so as you can see here, classic steroid structure. So the 3 hexagons and the pentagon, the 4-ring structure, it is derived from cholesterol. It is a steroid. And it's important for maintaining electrolyte balance, especially sodium and potassium ions. Now we will cover this more in future chapters, but I'm just giving you surface level for now, starting off easy. It's very important to maintain your blood pressure and volume, and it actually works with many other hormones that regulate your blood pressure and how much blood you have in your and fluids you have in your body. So it's very important in that overall. And more, we'll cover this more in detail in future chapters, but start off simple for now. So yeah, cortisol by the fasciculata, and then we have aldosterone, which are part of a group of family of hormones we call mineralocorticoids, in the zona glomerulosa. Now, zona reticularis, this is the deepest layer of the adrenal cortex. Is it the deepest layer of the adrenal gland? Nope, just remember that you have the adrenal medulla lurking just below and inner to this, but the innermost part of the adrenal cortex is the reticularis. And what does that make? That makes androgens, and that might sound familiar. So androgens include all of these hormones I'm showing right here. So it's a class of hormones, and these are your primary male sex hormones. So we have here things like the famous testosterone, but also things like androstenedione, DHT, androstenedione. So all of these are androgens. And this is actually more of the biochemistry, so I think this is more maybe 400 or graduate school level. I don't expect you to know this, but if you're going to med school, you'll have to know this eventually. But what we have here, are 2 categories, androgens and estrogens. And we often refer to, in like common layman's terms, we refer to estrogen singular, but typically there's actually, when you're referring to estrogens, most people are referring to this one right here, which we call estradiol, but a little off track there. So category of androgens, notice that it's being converted by this thing into estrogens. So it's aromatase, and aromatase, hey, ASE. Actually, I don't have a top hat question, but let's ask the chat. When a protein ends with ASE, what is it most likely to be? It starts with the E. Yeah, people are getting it. So aromatase is an enzyme. So aromatase is an enzyme that can convert androgens to estrogens. So yeah, androgens can be converted to estrogens. So all of these are enzymes, these green boxes. They're converting these different steroids into each other by changing the chemical structure. So this is actually like when a woman undergoes menopause and she starts losing, she has experienced a big drop in estrogen production because her ovaries aren't ovulating and producing estrogen anymore. This becomes one of the major sources of estrogens in postmenopausal women. Alright, so that's what we have here, the 3 layers. So it's more than just the general adaptation syndrome hormones. You also have sublayers of the adrenal cortex. So in the zona glomerulosa, you have mineralocorticoids, and the one I want you to know for this class is aldosterone, and important in retaining water and sodium, and also regulating the balance of potassium in your blood as well. Then the reticularis, this is the one that makes androgens. So we have including testosterone. There are many androgens. Testosterone is the one I definitely want you to know. And then target, again, most cells. And this is why we see that the surge in, all the developmental things and secondary sex characteristics we see during puberty. And it's also stimulated by ACTH as well.